Hello guys, welcome back. So in the last video tutorial, okay, we wrote this code, the delete tags, okay, for our Flutter app, and then we realized that we were able to delete the tags, okay. So for example, if I come here, I think let me reload, okay. I only have one tax here because I've already deleted one tax, okay. This is some tax, okay, which was having a tax ID 2. But then when I come here, you can see that the to do is still having tax ID 2, and then I go into tax here, you can see that there's only one tax there with tax ID 1. So when I deleted the tax, which is having the tax ID 2, I still have my to do which was related to that tax still intact. And this is something that it depends on you on how you design your API, okay, whether PHP API, the JS API. So it depends on how you design the API. Now, when you design the API, you may want to delete any associated model with when you are deleting one model, okay. So in this case, when I'm deleting the tags, okay, I want to delete the to dos, okay. And I told you in the previous videos that don't do this, don't design APIs like this. This is very, 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 very simple and unsecured. Don't do this, okay. So what we can do here is a simple thing that we can do here is when we have the task, okay. Now we know that when this query is true, we can say the task has what the deletion is what successful, okay. So when this is true, we can do one thing, okay. What we can do is we can write another query, for example, like this, okay, and copy this one, paste it here, and then we can say delete all, okay, delete all from to do, where the tax ID is what equal to the ID that we received, okay. The tax ID is received, okay. So when we do this, then we can also check again inside here if the query here is successful. Then we can copy let me just cut this line and then bring it here, okay, so that we just have one thing there, okay. So now we have this, we have the other one too there. So what we can do now is we can just change this to, let's say, deleting deleting tags and to dos was successful, yeah, I think. Okay, so that means we first delete the tags and then we come and delete the to dos associated with it, and everything works fine, okay. So now I think the API, this simple API will work in a way that we like. Okay, so we have this tax, which is one here, and then we have this to do here. We have one this to do's associated with tax one. So let's go and delete the tax that we have. Okay, so I'll come here and I'll click on the delete, which is at the top there, and see what happens. I click on it. It said add there's a problem which deleting did not work. Did I click on delete or add? Let me check again if it deleted. It deleted, right? But it said something failed. Let me click on this one. And yep, it did not delete this one, but it was able to delete the task, which I don't understand. And I also got an error message which I did not understand. Okay, so let's check here first. Let's go to the delete task, okay, and it say adding field. That means we had what an exception here, so we can check the exception, what actually happened. Was it tax? I think we can print the exception here. Okay, they said as adding was unsuccessful, so let me just print the error, the actual error that we get, which is the error, okay, and that will be this, okay. So we save this one, And then let's just quickly go back and then add something because now we don't have anything inside. So we'll say some text again, and then I'll put just description here. Okay, description, and then I'll put another to do one, another to do one here. Okay, and then I'll do another to do two here. Okay, so now we have this, and I want to push it in my database. I click on it. It said task added successfully. So I want to come here and check if it was successful. Yep, we have it here, which with a tax ID 3. And then we have it here, okay, also to do the individual associated tax. So what we want to do is now when we come inside here, we should be able to delete it, okay? And then let's see if we are going to get the error that we wrote here, okay? So I'll click on it, and then I want to click on the delete button. Let's see what happens. It said adding field, check your internet connection, and this message we have to say deleting field instead. Okay, deleting field, check your internet connection. But this we are sure that we have internet connection because I'm sure I have internet connection. And let's see again. We have the IP address to be true, which is all right. So um we have the tax. Okay, we have the error here. And this is saying the error type list is not it's not a subtype of map string. Okay, which list dynamic is not a subtype of map. Okay, so I don't know where this error is coming from. Maybe it's coming from the response or this, because previously it was working. Wait, let's see. It was working before we changed this. Okay, I think before we added this kind of query here, we said to do tax ID. Okay, you know what? I will just comment this for now. Sorry, comment this code so that I see if it will work without any error, any funny errors. Okay, close this and let me just save it. Come back here because this is saying there's a type mismatch which I can't tell which type because we are receiving a map here, and then when we click on the delete here, let me show you. When we click on the delete here, okay, we also pass a map, which is okay. So there's no problem here. But I think the problem is coming from, oh, wait. I think I know what is happening. Um, wait, where was I? Okay, so, yep, yeah, I'm here. Let me just be sure I'm here. Okay, so I'm in the delete tags. We pass in a map. Okay, now, yep. Okay, so I think the problem is coming from here. Okay, the problem is coming from here. Now what is being returned is what we don't even know. We don't know the type of response that we will get. Okay, so what we can do is we can just remove this one for here. Okay, and then we will have this. Okay, so I think because we don't know the type of thing that we are receiving, we don't have to leave it that way. So let's try to add a new tax, okay, and see something. Um, so you can do quick tax here, and then we say description, okay, and then we can say quick one, and then we can have another one quick two, okay. So now we have these two items. I want to add them, and it's saying tax added successfully. Now I check the database I have for quick tax description anyway, and then I come here to do, and I have this to do here. Okay, so now I've commented. I mean, I've taken out the map string that I put here because we can't really tell what is coming there. Okay, so let me print here and say print. Sorry, quick one. I come here print and then say the response data. Okay, and then I'll put response decoded here because we actually want to know how it is being how it's coming from the database. Okay, I think that's the problem. I was looking at this side, so I wasn't seeing the problem. Okay, so yeah, so let's come here and then quick task, and then I'm trying to delete. Let's open this side and come again, and I want to delete, and deleting tasks and to do was successful. Now it's saying deleting tasks and to do was successful because we commented this side, the response that we were getting, we commented it, okay, and it said, yeah, the response data, deleting tasks and to do was successful. So now we can see that the reason why, okay, the reason why we are getting the error was because of the first thing that we had. That was the type mismatch. Okay, we were trying to. It was coming as a list of dynamic. Okay, of the dynamic element, and then we were trying to cast that to a map. Okay, so I think that was the problem. So it's gone by just removing that thing from there. Previously, we were having something like this. Let me just quickly. Let me just help. Okay, I copy this one. Previously, this was what we were having. Okay, this was what we were having. So now it's gone, and then everything is working. So let's see if we lost the thing. Okay, so when I go into this, you can see I have 4 4 here, 4 4, and then I can go into my tax. It's gone, and I can come here and check, and I still have the 4 4 there, which is not supposed to be there. Okay, and let's check. Oh yeah, it's because I commented this line of code. Sorry, it's because I commented this line of code when I was trying to fix the error. So let's try once again. Let's quickly try again and see what happens. Let's say another task, another task, another description, something like that. Another description. Then say another one, another two here. Okay. So now we have this. Now I click on it, we submit, and it was successful. Check the database. Um, it's successful with what, 5? We have this 5. So now we want to delete and then make sure that this also delete. Let's go ahead and click on the delete. We are waiting for the response, and it seems we have a problem. All right. So we have a problem, of course, because nothing seems to be working at the moment. And now I'm confused whether the error is coming from this side or is coming from our Flutter code because this is not working again. But it deleted the whole thing. Okay, it deleted the thing from the database. I think yep, it's not there. And when I go inside here, I think the task will be deleted. Okay, it's there. So what's happening? Let me just reload again. I don't know because this code should work. We've done nothing wrong here. Let's try again. Okay, we have another task. I click on it. I want to delete. I click on it. Okay, deleting field. Check your internet connection, and we still have the same error again. Okay, and this time it's saying list type dynamic is not a subtype of Okay, so what we are having, the response that we had was what, empty, is because we couldn't what delete from the PHP side, so we didn't get any response returned. So why is this not working? So I think maybe we should change this to another query. Okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what is happening. And come here and check if another query is successful. So we say connection delete, or delete from, or maybe delete all from, to do where tax ID. is equal to this, is equal to the ID here. Okay, I think. And let's try again. I've just changed this part. If it doesn't work, we will take this one off and then see how it goes. So I'll save it again. Go back and then add this. I think I'll just reload. I think we have one inside. Okay, one database. I mean one item in. Oh, it's gone. We didn't get any response, but it's gone. Okay, let's add a new one. And this thing is so confusing. Something. And then I say description again. And then I come and say another to do one. And then I go another to do two. Okay, click on it, submit successful, and let's try to go back and I think let's check the database if we have it inside. Of course we have it. Okay, also here says, and let's try to delete it and see what we are getting back. Okay, delete, and it said unsuccessful, and we still have no response coming, so it's because of our PHP here. So I think let's just remove the delete all here and just make it delete from. Okay, and now let's see. Okay, okay, let's try another one again. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let me see. We will still have our task go because that one becomes successful. Yeah. So now let's reload and then try another thing again. Okay, we just be patient. Everything is gonna work before we end the video. So I come here and I have another thing and I have description about another thing. Okay, and then we have another one, another three. Okay, think another four. Because I think I have another one, another two there. And then I submit, it goes into the database. Let's check. Okay, and let's go to tax. Is there with number seven here? It's also we have these two number seven here. So now when I delete, I want it to delete. So let's try again and then say delete. And deleting task was successful and to do was successful. So this time we didn't get an error. Let's see, it's gone. And let's see here, and it's gone. The seven is gone. So I think the problem was because of this. What is it? Was because of the I've forgotten my PHP. Okay, so that was the reason why we were receiving this error. Okay, so now we have the delete deleting the tags and then the to do at the same time working. Okay, so in other ways, if you are designing your PHP API or any other API, you should design it well. So the problem was not coming from this code here. It was actually coming because of the our API. Okay, so sometimes you should check that. Okay, so now you've realized in other you've realized in the videos that anytime that we do something, we have to always reload here before we can see the changes here. And this is not a better way. Okay, we already have a method here inside our to do scope model here. Let's say the fetch task and then fetch to dos. Okay, so one thing that we can do is when we come into the home page, which is the where we have the list. Okay, and then we have the scope model here. Okay, one thing we can do is we can call say model dot fetch all. Okay, because we already have this method inside our scope model here, inside our main scope model, which is fetch or which is calling the fetch to do's and then the fetch tags. Okay, so when we come here, now we can call this and it should work. Okay, so now if I reload my app again, I won't see anything because I've deleted the tags from there, and these to do's now they don't have any related tags. Okay, so I'll go here and I will empty everything and then we will start to add new ones and see what happens. Okay, so let's reload again for this for the last time, because now we are calling method.fetch all. Now when I go here into the add, I want to say first task. Okay, first sorry, first text here, and then we can say description. Okay, description. Now I can say first to do, and then second to do. Okay, now on this one I want to submit, it goes into the database. When I go back, I should see it there, and I see it there. Okay, and then I can do another one, and we can say second text, and then I can say description again, just description, and then I can say third to do. Okay, and then we can say fourth to do here, and then we can submit. When we go back, we should see there, and we see there. So now you can see that it's working. And if I try to even save something here, it doesn't change the thing. You can see it just refresh and everything is still there. Okay, so let's go and let one thing there, and let's see when we come back it goes. I click on here, and then you can see that everything is now gone. Okay, so when I go back here, you can see that it's not there anymore. So just by putting this thing there, it works. Okay, but in previous video, I think in one of the previous video, I said I don't like this thing, so I just removed it. But for now, we will use this to maintain what we have. Okay, so one thing that we want to do also is that when we click on the tags, okay, now when we click on the tags, we don't want to add a tags, we want to edit the tags. Okay, we want to edit the tags, and then when we click on this, we want to save the changes of the tags. Okay, so one quick thing we can do is go into the tax page here, and then with the tax page here, where is this? Okay, instead of saying add tax here, we can write a comment here and say if the widget.tax is not null here, then we can put here for edit the tax. So when I save, we should see edit, sorry, if it is not null rather, so this one should be add, and then this one should be edit. Okay, because if it is not null, then that means we want to edit. Let's see, edit tax, and now when I go back and click on the plus sign here, it says add tax. So that's one thing that we want to do. So let's go back and click on this. So now how do we change this? Okay, if you look at the way we've designed the thing, we have the description and everything here. Now we have to get the when we click on this the list the tax here to open this page. Okay, we we want to submit. Okay, when we click on this, we want to make sure that we submit the same information or maybe the edited information into our database. Okay, but because we have this, one thing we can do is we can, okay, we already have it in here. So when we click, it's going to submit this and then the description. That's one. But how do we work on the to do's here? So when we go to the unsubmit here, I think here, the unsubmit, okay, the to do's that we submit into our database is this one. Okay, this is the to do's. Okay, and then we do the join. So we can come here, and then when we are when we check in our init state here, we can make sure that we check, let's say we can say if, okay, we already have the if statement there. So if it is not null, then we want to check, let's check again, if widget dot tax, okay, dot I think to do dot task, and then we don't have, I think we don't have the to do's. Wait, I'm coming. Let me see something here. We don't have the to do's on the task, so we only get a to do, the to do on the task when we come here. Okay, and then we check if the task is not null, and then we get the to do's. Okay, so we have it here, and I want to find a way to do this. A better way to do this. Okay. So we have the tax here, add tax and everything is all right. We will have this already inside, but how do we get these two items here? Because we are using two list views here, which will not make it work because this one is a different. This one is when we want to add, okay, and then we say to do infos here. Okay, so either we can, the moment we get here, the moment we get it here, we can just write a check to check if the my can just write a check here and say if my to dos, okay, dot length is greater sorry is greater than 0, then what we want to do is we want to loop through the to-dos and then add it to this to-do infos. So that's one way we can do it. So we can say to-do infos, okay, and then we want to do what? I think add, but we have to loop through first. So let me quickly write the my to-dos here. Oh, come on, my to-dos for each for sorry, let me just write it this way. I is equal to 0. I should be less than the my to-dos dot length, okay, and then we have the one I plus plus. I think I was just thinking of how I want to do this, but anyways, we can just go ahead and do it this way. Put it here, and then we can have this here. Okay, so now with this one, we can go ahead and do this my to-dos, and then we can say we want the I, and then we can say the title, I think is title, right? The to do info here, because that's what we want to add here. So when we fetch from here, we always want to add it there. But you know, this thing, this all will always refresh, and I think when it refresh, okay, it will always add more to it. Okay. So what I want to do here is to just say to do infos here initially will be equal to what empty, and then before we add it, okay, because this thing will keep on refreshing, and if you don't take care we will have multiple items there. So now when we go inside there and then when we click on this, we should have the same information returned back to us. So let's come here and then on submit here we say this thing is supposed to save, okay, and that's okay. So what I want to say is if the widget dot tax is not equal to null, okay, at this time if it's not equal to null, we know that we want to what? We want to edit. We want sorry, we want to edit our tags and to this. Okay. Else then we want to add. Else then we if it's else then we want to add the tax. Okay, so with this one, then this information here that we have here will go into what? Come on. Okay, wait. If you take this one and push it into that side, okay, but we can see that we have things that are similar. We have to do info which is similar, and then all these things. Okay, if it is not equal to no, we want to empty this and all that. The only part that is different is when we whether we want to add or we want to what edit. Okay, so let me just copy this one here and instead bring it inside here. Okay, because things are similar here. The only difference is the function that we want to perform. Okay, so we will put it here. Um, Put it here. If else, then we want to add. Okay, else we want to edit. So we will have a method in our code that will say edit tags here. And I think when we do that, then we have to push this one, okay, and the response into the side. Okay. I hope you are following because this is becoming some way. And let's just push this inside. Okay. So what we are saying is if the task is equal to null, then it means we want to add. So we add, we check the success message, okay, from the response, and then we do other stuff. Okay. Let me check this one again, and let's push this one inside. So we have this, okay, final task, we check the task ID and we put everything there. Final rule, we have the to do response, and then this. Okay. So task added successfully, and that's okay. So what is this one? This is when the to do info is what empty. So we will still have it on. Let me check the ending. Okay, so we still have it this way. That's okay. So that means when it is empty, we don't want to submit the form. Okay, but we have an error somewhere. Okay, that's this side. So we put this one here, and then we write code here. Let's say print. We want to edit. We want to edit the tax. Okay, here, save it, and then let's also print the title and everything. Okay, sorry, let's print the title for now. Say the title, and then we can put the title, and we can also put in the description. We just want to see what we are getting, the description, and then we can put the last one is the to-dos. Okay, the to-dos, and we can say to do, not this is, I think, underscore to do infos. Okay, so we want to see if when we click on the button we are going to get that. Okay, so now when I click on it, let's see what we get. Okay, I click on it, let's open the debug console, and I can see that um we have we want to edit. Wait, I think said we want to edit the text, the title. um this is coming, the title is first task, the description is here, the to-dos is here. Okay, now you can see that this thing is running at the background. Okay, and it's because of this thing, that's why I didn't want to do it that way. Let me go to the task. Okay, we're already on the task page, but it's because of this. And where is it? That was why I advised in the previous videos that you don't do that. Where is the code for the fetch all? Oh, I think let me check from it's the home page. Yeah. So let me just stop this from fetching, and then let's see what happens. Okay, it's reloaded, everything is gone, but when we go back and then reload, we still don't see this page. Okay, so that's one problem that we have to find a way to solve. So because when I click on this now, and then I click on the plus sign, you see now I'm not getting this kind of numbering thing there. Okay, but I'm sure that this is now working and everything is okay. But then the problem is still coming when um we run our application. Okay, but I think for now I'll just leave it this way. We will find a solution to that in the future because this is not okay to do. Okay, because it will just keep our app running at the background, and then maybe if you have a lot of data, that means every single time your database is fetching from the I mean your app is fetching from the database every single second, and that is not a good way to do it. Okay, so we will end it here because now we know that when we click on this, okay, when we want to edit an item, we get the the response in our database here. I mean in our console here, okay. And then this time we can submit it and then go and edit. Okay. So I'll end this here, and then in the next video tutorial we will edit it and then find a better solution to this thing. Okay, we will find a better solution to it because this is not good. It's either we will use a refresh indicator here so that when you pull you refresh, and then one thing that we can also do is when you add the tags here, right after adding the tags we can call the method, let's say fetch all for once, okay, and then everything will work. But because we are calling this fetch all in the build method, and we have the notify listener there. Okay, let me just see one thing. Let me come here. Before I go, let me come here, and then in the notify listeners, I'm just going to comment this. Okay, so this is the fetch to dos, and then the fetch to dos here. I'll just comment this side, save it, and then come to the home page and comment this. I just want to see the effect of how this will look like. Reload the page. Okay, let's wait for, yep, it should come, it should load. But then if you don't have it, okay, if you don't have the notify listeners, it's not going to work. Okay, but let me just put it inside here instead because I just want to see how this thing will work. It's really, really annoying. Okay, and I see it there. So now let's go there, click on it, and let's see if you're going to have that thing again because, yeah, and we are already having it. You can see we are already having it. It keeps on going up and down. When I save it, it will start again, you see. So this is not a good way to do this, okay? This is not a good way to do this. We will find a better solution. Okay, so in the next video tutorial, I will see you and then we will do it in a better way. Thank you guys.